Candace Rechtschaffen Gillhoolley was born in New York City and grew up in Scarsdale, New York. She attended Barnard College of Columbia University and double majored in English and Women Studies. She immigrated to Montreal, Quebec, where she lives with her husband. She is a proud American and Canadian dual citizen. Her first novel, entitled Last Stop Duisburg, was released in July 2022 by Eurobox. And today we have the chance to have a little chat with the author who's right now connected with us. Hi, Candace. It's great to see you.
Hi, it's great to see you.
So let's start by introducing the book. What is it about, please?
The book is about my family, generationally speaking, and how they escaped anti-Semitism from one country to another and finally ended up in Germany and then had to escape from Hitler to end up in America. And it's about their quest for survival and their belief in their faith.
So I loved reading your book because it's not just the story of a family. I mean, it's a message of hope. It's a scream against brutality and anti-Semitism. So why is it important for everybody out there to read your book? And who's the target reader?
Thank you. That's a really great question. I feel honestly that everybody is the target reader. We all have a family story of where we come from and where we weren't able to stay because another group of people were more powerful and pushed us out. And it's not just about Jews. It could be about gypsies. It could be about Ukrainians. I mean, look what's going on right now. I mean, it's about any group of people that are marginalized. And they have to find the faith within themselves to keep pushing forward and finding a way to survive and overcome.
So how hard was for you to write down the story, and what was the most difficult part?
That's a great question. It took me a decade to write, 100%. And initially the story was much more focused on my father and my grandparents living in Berlin and escaping Nazi Germany in 1939. Literally a month before Germany invaded Poland. So that's the story I initially was going to tell. But then as I delved deeper, I really wanted to understand where they had come from. And there was a phenomenal resource that had been created right after World War II called the Yisker Project. And this was done in Israel, where they reached out to people who lived in communities that were wiped off the earth because of Hitler. And they said, tell us your stories. What was it like? Who did you love? How did you live? And because people were generous enough to share their experiences, I got to learn about my ancestors from like the 1700s. So it was an amazing experience that way. I think the hardest part was that my father is no longer alive, so I can't tell him everything about what I learned about his family.
That's amazing. That's an amazing thought you had. Taking the chance of the fact that you talk about the request of the people around you, I would also ask you, what were the very first comments that you received when your book was finally out?
I received one consistent comment. People really enjoyed the letters. Like as you in the book, as you know, there's a lot of letters that go in between the family members, in between different countries. And it gives you a perspective of how other people are viewing what's going on in your world, even if they're not there. And that really resonated.
That's great. One last question for you. I would like you to send a message for your readers now that you have the chance to.
Everybody has a story inside of them. And you shouldn't be afraid to put it out there in any way that you can and to share it. Because people want to know about who you are and where you come from, way more than what you do for a living.
Well, Candace, thank you very much for your time, for the story you share, and we wish you very good luck with your book out there.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
From the pogroms in Eastern Europe to the horrific rise of Hitler, the Rechtschaffens navigated through incredible obstacles. Their history is a testament to courage and enduring faith, and their story exposes the best and the worst humanity has to offer. Last Stop, Duisburg by Candace Rechtschaffen Gillhoolley is now available in bookstores and digital platforms. It's a publication by Eurobox.